Overnight storms left a mess throughout mid-Missouri.
And a deadly crash shut down one of Columbia's busiest highways.
Plus, an investigation is underway after a weekend shooting leaves one person dead. KOMU 8 News at 6 starts now.
Missouri got its fair share of rain last night, and it looks like we're paying for it today. Good evening, I'm Katie Link.
And I'm Brittany Pieper. For some roads in Boone County, the rain was enough to cause some pretty serious flooding. We have team coverage on last night's storm damage from Boone County and Randolph County. First, let's send it over to KOMU 8 Sam Neff, who's in Columbia, to show us just how bad that flooding was in some areas.
Roads across Boone County were closed.
Well, Boone County was not the only place hit hard by heavy rains. The storm also swept through parts of Randolph County. That's where KOMU 8's Hannah Yates joins us live, where she found a house that suffered major damage. Hannah?
The tree behind me completely crushed a mobile home.
All right, thanks, Hannah. Let's send it over to Kenton to see if we're done with the rain or if we should expect more in the forecast.
Thanks, Brittany, and good afternoon, everyone.
A tractor trailer hit and killed a person this morning on I-70. MoDOT says the person was walking on the interstate before he got hit. It was the I-70 westbound exit near Highway 179 in Cooper County. The highway reopened around 9 a.m. after being shut down for about 2.5 hours. Highway Patrol said it did not know why the person was walking on the interstate. And an update now to a story we brought you last night. The Cooper County Sheriff's Department says the man who broke into a home and was killed assaulted the homeowner before being shot. Cooper County Sheriff Jerry Wolf says the call came a few minutes after midnight. While deputies were on the way there, they received more information that a gunshot victim was also at the home. Wolf says it's likely the two knew each other, but he couldn't confirm that for sure.
We believe that we know what the impetus for the intrusion was, but we want to confirm that before we release the information.
Wolf says the homeowner did have some injuries but would not elaborate any further on what those are. The Missouri State Highway Patrol is also helping with the investigation.
A big announcement from Missouri high school students, giving them a big step towards college. College Board, the nonprofit behind the SAT, has teamed up with an online video education organization to make practice material available to students online for free. The launch comes about a year after College Board announced it was redesigning the SAT. The site will include quizzes to determine a student's skill level, step-by-step hints, and how-to videos. Officials say the new test will reflect what students learn in the classroom. The new SAT will be offered for the first time in March. One of the suspects tied to the 2011 murder and disappearance of Charles Bell pleads guilty. 43-year-old Patrick Kroll pleaded guilty this afternoon in Boone County Court to tampering with evidence. Kroll is accused of concealing the location of motorcycle license plates believed to have belonged to Bell, which could have helped authorities solve the case. Sentencing is set for next month.
An investigation is underway in St. Louis after a woman in her 80s was found shot to death in her suburban home. The victim was found yesterday at a home in Sunset Hills. Police found no sign of forced entry. The woman did have dementia, lived alone, and a police source told a newspaper there that it was common for her to leave her back door unlocked. The victim's name has not been released yet. Fire officials found a body among the debris in a house that burned near Lewisburg, Kansas. They're not sure of the identity of the person found. The homeowners are still unaccounted for. The Kansas fire marshal's investigating the fire that destroyed both a house and barn this morning. Crews from around the area showed up to the two-story house and barn about 8 o'clock, but the limited water supply around the property was a challenge for firefighters.
A woman has admitted her role in the theft of more than $1.2 million from a company which owns assisted living centers in Kansas and Missouri. Lori Shryock pleaded guilty to mail fraud today in federal court. Her husband, Brent Shryock, was the former information systems director for Presbyterian Manors of Mid-America, where he was in charge of purchasing equipment. Prosecutors say the couple created 4 fictitious companies to commit the crime.
The City of Columbia says some Boone Electric customers can exchange old air conditioners for free this summer. The Voluntary Action Center program will give more efficient window AC units to families with inefficient or broken ones. Families must be current water and light customers and meet certain income requirements. You can find those requirements on our website, KOMU.com. The program runs through September 10th.
Last year, baseball teams on both sides of the state made a deep playoff run. Find out how the success of both teams impact Columbia, coming up.
All right, thanks, Kenton.
Last season, we almost saw a repeat of the 1985 I-70 series.
With both Missouri teams doing well again this season, Mid-Missouri is a battleground. Find out how Columbia businesses are handling that clash coming up. Boonville may soon get its own cancer park. It would be the second park in the state dedicated to honoring cancer patients. The Kemper campus is the potential location for that park.
The Parks Board estimates the cost of the park to be between $100,000 and $150,000. So far, they've raised about $20,000. Members drafted a plan for what the park will look like, and the pathway is meant to resemble cancer ribbons. They hope to raise the rest of the money through fundraising and selling nameplates for the park. One board member says he wants people to come out from all over Missouri.
This park was somewhat of a idea that would give people an opportunity to come to that park. And we didn't call it Boonville, we didn't call it Boone Slick, we called it Central. We want everyone in this area.
The board will continue fundraising and hopes to begin marketing towards other Mid-Missouri communities. Missouri is the home to two of the best baseball teams in America, and Columbia is right in the middle of those two cities. But where do fans stand?
KOMU-8's Quinn Cochran takes a look at how a battleground town spends its money.
Two Missouri teams, one a perennial power. KOMU-8 News, Columbia.
Kim English reuniting with Frank Haith.
Next in sports, hear why the former Mizzou star wants to be a head coach.
Here's a look at what we're following for KOMU-8 News at 10. Jefferson City Police are following in Columbia's footsteps by stopping its disposal of unwanted prescription drugs.
And the Columbia School Board expands its non-discrimination policy, how gender identity could be included.
If you're in northeastern Montgomery County, you do have a severe thunderstorm warning. We're going to be in the 60s by sunrise, 90 tomorrow.
All right, that's
Sounds
our time for
pretty
now.
good.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.